Honestly, I know I do Tauruses a lot, but it's because it's my sign. And I literally don't know why, but I have to do another Taurus reading. This is going to be for the end of August. I literally feel like something is telling me in the spirits to help you guys. Because I know for me, like, I go through these dark periods, and it's like, I just feel like, okay, from my own experiences this week, everybody has been just trying to, like, fight with me, and I don't know if that's happening for you guys, but it's like, no matter what you do, nobody is just happy with you. And, like, that's what I felt from, like, the past week, and now, like, I feel, yeah, like, everyone is trying to be nice to you again, and they think that they can just, like push it to the side, and it's like that's really not how it works. It's really not. Like, and I see that you see the truth of it, and you don't think you're standing your ground about this. So that's really the ultimate message of this reading I'm getting is looking past what's right and what's wrong, and that you're standing up for yourself, and I'm literally so proud of you guys. And I know when I do the September reading for you guys, but this is the end of August, but when I do September's reading, like, I have a feeling it's going to be a very positive reading. So, let's start it off. So, the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Wands. You have the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. So, right now, Tauruses, you feel like you're on your guard about a certain situation, but however, you feel trapped, but in reality, you can release yourself at any time you want. It's just, right now, you feel more comfortable being in a guarded place because you feel like if you turn away and you don't release yourself, or if you don't separate yourself. Sorry, I don't know why I hit the table, but I feel like that happened for a reason, because it just feels like people constantly try and offer you things, or there's so many offers on the table that oh man, it just makes you feel like you're immovable, like you can't decide what to do. So because you can't make a decision, you feel like all of these decisions or choices that are people coming to you, you've kind of just, like I said with the Nine of Wands, blocked off any communication of anybody that you feel like is going to try and hurt you again, and you're focused on yourself now. And I feel like at this end of August, you're going to feel a lot better. You're going to feel more independent. You're going to feel more like yourself again if you've been feeling really out of sorts after this Mercury in retrograde kind of affected all of us. With all those planets and those alignments, it makes us feel like the Eight of Swords sometimes, because it becomes so much stress with the Seven of Cups. And this is the thing, is I watched a reading before, and somebody said that the Seven of Cups was a good thing, like that there was something really amazing happening. In my opinion, I feel like the Seven of Cups can be toxic sometimes, like where these people and these options and these decisions, if you make a choice, it's like even if you make a choice, it's gonna lead to something that's kind of funky. So you're feeling like, I'm better off just being by myself and fucking with only myself, because that's the only thing that I've known, the truth of what's made me become successful. And now that you've started to do that, Taurus, and that you've started to become independent, and you've started to realize what the truth is of these people that constantly argue with you, because you have the Five of Swords, which is arguments. It's just like, no matter what you do, somebody wants to start a problem with you. And maybe that's because you have this fun and outgoing personality, and when people see that side of you, or if you have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in your chart, it seems like a lot of the time, like, people envy that of your carefreeness, that now you have to kind of remain guarded so people don't start with you. Or if you remain guarded, you separate yourself from them now, because it's too much toxic and negative energy around you. So that's what I'm feeling for the end of August. Let's see Let's see what you're not expecting. The Nine of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. Okay, so I think right now, Taurus, it's a time to be extremely careful because when we get to the end of August, everybody wants to try and fuck up your you know that saying, it's like when you're in the zone and you're very confident in where you are in life with this, whatever, if it's a new beginning, if it's a new job, if it's something that's going to make you money more convenient for you, you need to be very careful. You need to have a good rested sleep because you don't want to be up all night worrying all night long about people that might like you and that don't like you. It's just not worth the time or effort, and you're realizing that because you're seeing that when you work hard and when you focus on your creativity or your goals or your job or whatever it is that's making you feel better and making you feel much more closer to finding peace and even if that means being alone and you're at peace and you don't have to worry anymore about feeling stressed out or having to rely on people, when you get to that place, I don't feel like you're going to feel as worried and you're not going to feel trapped anymore in a situation. So I think the feeling that I'm getting is just know that new beginnings are amazing, but you need to be careful who you want to start that new beginning with. Because the end of August, I feel like right now you should just focus on yourself. And I think a lot of times I get frustrated because not a lot of readers, just some readers always are talking about love and this and that, and I really don't feel like that's exactly accurate for the Tauruses, because the people that are coming towards them and the offers that we're sometimes getting are like, huh? Like, this is what I waited for? Like, it's like, you know, deep down in your subconscious that when that offer comes in, and whatever it is going to come in, that you know, like, you have very high standards. And for a while we were so giving and we just wanted to have people, you know, come into our life and we were just satisfied. We didn't want like this or that. But it's like now we see our worth and what we have to do to become like so independent that we don't even need somebody just for comfort. It's like once you get to that place, then if you don't look for it and you don't try and wait for it, it's going to come to you. Eventually it will. And I think the lesson is, you know, don't go looking for it. Because when it comes knocking at your door, you will know. You will know, Taurus, and you'll know that this person has a job, this person has a car, this person, it's like the person that's going to come to you is going to be extremely successful. So if you have somebody coming to you and they're like, yeah, I'm self-employed, but they're really not, like they don't do shit. Like, you know that's not what you want anymore. You want the real fucking deal. You want that husband. You want that marriage, like, eventually. And you know that what you are going to receive is gonna be better than all this bullshit of cheating or whatever it is. Like, now that you know your self-worth, it's like the disappointments aren't even as bad as they seem. Like, they were bad at first in the past, but it's like now you realize, like, it wasn't even that bad. Like, at least I learned from this experience. At least I got to learn, like, because the more you learn about yourself, Taurus, in relationships, the more you can be intact with your emotions and not let the heartbreak get to you every time. Because in life, we're going to have upsets and we're going to have past relationships that didn't work out. But it's what you take from it and what you learn from it. When you start to do that, then you can really decipher who is going to be in your life and who is not. And who belongs in your life as friendships and who should you let go of. And this is a time, at this end of this month, you're going to be letting a lot of people go. People that do not serve you anymore. People that use you and know that your energy is so, like, enlightened and bubbly that it fills them up, but then they just, like, leave and it's almost like they're ungrateful for your presence. And I know I sound really cocky about Tauruses, but it's like, that's how we are. I mean, we give by nature. I feel like Tauruses are one of the most giving signs. I mean, they're so loyal, no matter even if you fuck up, they'll probably give you maybe a second or third chance. And I don't mean by like cheating, I mean like if you like, flagged or something, like they'll be mad for a while. We'll be mad for a while, but like after that, we're just like, I'll push you to the side and I'll give you another chance. And it's like that, but it's like that just doesn't happen just one time. It happens over and over again, just because we love so deeply. And I don't think we realize this, but we really do affect people's lives. I mean, and what I mean by that is like when we come into a life, we notice so many changes, and it's like we give such good advice to people, but it's like sometimes people are just so ungrateful for the help and information that we give some people on their journey. I think sometimes we're even brought into people's lives to show them what they could be and what their worth is. But it's like, I feel like sometimes people just disappoint us and they end up just leaving, and then they settle for somebody else every time. Because it's almost like either a man or a woman, it's like we're our greatness and our pride, not our pride, but our confidence is so big that it can scare, it's like it scares people away. Like it throws people off. They're like, damn, like I can't even be like that positive all the time. And I think that's why we sometimes we're like, do I want the 10 of Cups? Do I want this relationship? Like, again, do I want another relationship again? And right now we're just the King of Pentacles. We're at our highest peak of when we get successful. And so I just feel like Tauruses, right now, you're learning from your lessons. You're learning from when you had your outgoing adventures or when you had your fun, and you're looking really deeply into yourselves, especially that emotional part of us, because it's like we leave wounds for so long and we just ignore them until they just explode, and it's already too late to clean up the mess, and then we have to pick ourselves back up, and it takes longer and it takes a longer amount of time. But if we just vent and we find somebody that we can trust, well, then I feel like we're in a healthier place. I just think sometimes Taurus is just, we don't even have the time. We just don't. We're trying to help so many people at once that sometimes it can lead to deceit and thievery or secrets or lying or whatever it is. And it gets annoying for so long of this heartbreak and deceit that eventually, with the Three of Swords, we just get tired of it. We're tired of it, and we just want to be independent. And so my message is, for all the Tauruses out there, know that independence is going to come. And you're going to realize at the end of this month, you might not even need anybody that you thought you even needed in your life. It's almost like everyone around you is not going to be there. And sometimes that can even include family members. If you do sometimes have a toxic family, you might even get to the point where you can't be around those people anymore. So that's your reading, guys. I hope it resonated. If it didn't, I apologize. But if it did, I want you to know this really came from the heart. And I really want to put this message out there that us Tauruses, I feel, are one of the strongest signs. So thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. Please subscribe, like, and share to my channel. Thanks so much.